One quick question before we move on, just because I have friends that are teachers and all they ever do is complain about how bad teaching is. Is teaching as bad as people say it is?
So I would say I love the kids, even the naughty ones, because the minute you get a naughty one out of the classroom, there's probably 1 in 1,000 who is like a nasty human,
Yeah.
but generally they're all right. I love the subject. I love the concept of teaching. Um, it's just the 90% of all the other stuff that's involved. I don't think the system is as it should be. I don't think it works for 80% of the kids, which is really sad. I don't like the parents are either you can't get hold of them or they won't let you go. You've got this constant sort of like exam thing which you've got to do. You've got homework at the end of the day, you've got homework at the weekend, and everyone goes, oh, you loads of holiday. But I'd rather have my job spread over a normal
Yeah. 48
working
weeks.
year when
Yeah.
I could take my job like my holidays whenever. But you end up with this kind of horrible feeling every Sunday night, every kind of weekend before the end of a half term, every week before the beginning of a new year, where it's just like that dread of, oh my God. And the classes are too big. You can't, it's a kid who really needs support and you just can't do it. And it's like the whole thing is just the most frustrating
Mm.
thing when most teachers go into teaching because they like children, they like their subject, they like teaching, but there's so little of what they actually like. It's just disillusioned, it's disillusioned by what it really kind of should be or could
Yeah.
be.
So it's almost Denise's comment, and it's almost like it's the politics, it's the system which almost ruins it. It takes away the
Yeah,
magic away from what
totally.
could
Yeah,
be amazing.
yeah.
No, it kind of makes sense.
So like on the paddle boards, the idea was that we would take a group, you could take a group on a paddle board and you could teach them about all sorts of stuff like inner confidence. You could get them they would develop their confidence by not being able to paddleboard and by the end of the session being able to paddleboard. And you could talk about like what that is and how that is. And then you could talk about the trees and the river and the tides and the weather and, anything
Mhm.
that could be, related to. So there's so many different, and that is what I loved about um, being a paddleboard teacher and having the business is I was kind of doing all the things that I loved in an environment that I kind of
Yeah, makes
enjoyed, even
sense.
if it wasn't a kid and it's not like an
Yeah.
adult.